first character really that we were thinking about is a character that would represent the Bureau. And we came up with the old director, Trench, first. Cynical, hard-boiled, kind of very strict. Yeah, I was actually, the going back in Remedy history, thinking about our different characters. I was thinking about one particular hard-boiled detective.
I got a call from my agent saying Thomas and Sam were going to be in New York. Would I be up for having lunch with them? And I said, yeah, definitely. So I met with those guys downtown in New York, and we had a nice lunch and a good conversation. Sam was talking about possibly doing something, and would I be interested in working with him? And we said, absolutely. Never thinking it would really happen, and until just before Christmas, my agent called and said, they're thinking about using you in the next video game.
Trench, too, when he was younger, was a man of action. What if this kind of a character is then pushed up the ladder and ends up as the director in a place like this? Has had to make compromises, has had to make questionable choices along the way, and is growing tired. And clearly failing in the sense that when we start the game, something has gone horribly wrong.
This guy's kind of a tragic figure, but a powerful one at the same time. And even in his when his spirit comes back, there's still some power there. So it's a very interesting character to play. The approach is just getting as much information from the creatives as possible, and I've gotten a lot so far, and everything we do in there, I get a little more information, a little more ideas of just little nuances of Trench.
For Jesse, Trench is very essential because, as the director, there is a history. And there are things that have happened before, and even though she's got her own intuition and things that she's learned up until this point, there is a specific set of, I don't necessarily want to say rules, but ways to abide, to make sure that this oldest house is taken care of in the way that it's supposed to be.
There's a lot of layers to him, and he does have his own agenda, which is a lot of fun to play with as well, while giving all the information that I can to Jesse, or eventually that I will to Jesse, but I still have my own agenda, so that there's some mystery there, which every actor appreciates, a little mystery about their character.
Then we had to come up with the hero for this story, because Trench clearly isn't the hero of this story, and that led us to Jesse.
The times have changed, and clearly what he did wasn't totally right, because he would still be here if it was. So I think she takes that and then adds her own flavor to it.
And she's immediately thrust into the position of being the director, and she has to step into really big boots, but then again, she does have that innate quality, she has that capacity to understand these things very quickly.
For me, what I found a connection with was I'm very spiritual, but I'm also very in touch with my own personal intuition, because I feel like that's a huge driving force of Jesse. She knows what she sees, she knows what she believes, she knows these visions that she's been having since she was younger, she knows her history and what she's seen to be real.
And she's fundamentally a good person, so when it turns out that there's this crisis going on and she's really the only one who can really take charge of the situation and fight this thing, then of course she's not going to be no, this is your problem, not mine. She naturally wants to help and be the hero.
This entity that she's is literally taking people over, and she's no, I will not be defeated by that thing, I'm going to defeat that. But she's not ruthless in disregard to humanity. And I think that's the biggest difference, is she's not just the badass that's screw you, I'm gonna kill you. It's I really don't want to do this, but I know if I don't, then the rest of humanity, like it's just going to be more, it's like a contagion. I mean, exactly, and it just spreads. And so I think there's that battle of her of, you know, being human and being like, this sucks, you know, it's like, but it's what I have to do.
This is the place where she can be at home in a way. She is she has a potential to be a superstar in this environment. That she has these capabilities and this potential to really kind of understand and use these forces that are present and you know, driven to find her answers.
Because she's seen so much weird in her life, she's at home when she walks into the oldest house. Like the weird to her is like, oh my God, thank God, like I'm not crazy. So I think she embraces the weird even more because there's weirder things that happen in this house. Objects of power that are like doing weird things and breaking things down, and it's like there's an excitement to it because she's like, okay, I'm not crazy, this is cool.
But of course, the situation being what it is, the whole bureau being invaded by the Hiss, you know, there is a real danger and urgency that all of this will be snatched away. She has come, after all the years of searching, she has now come so close, and now there is a danger that all of this will go away.
It was important for us to make sure that Jessie, who she is as a fictional person, who Courtney is, that they work well together. And the moment we started to talk with her, she reacted in the best possible way and was immediately eager to jump into it and open a dialogue about how do we make this work, and her participation has been super valuable.
Since this is my second time around, I kind of know more about what goes into it, so it's been fun, it's been cool. I feel like it's been a lot more hands-on in like discovering Jessie this time, which was nice. You know, I did my creation work up until this point, and then we got here and it was like, all right, now let's collaborate.
It's really important to us that the actress playing a part feels comfortable in that role. And we knew Courtney, and we know that she is a very athletic, physical person. And it was important to us to make sure that the costume outfit takes that into account so that it looks like it's clothing we believe that she could do all those things that she feels she'd be capable of doing. We had to carefully pick elements that we felt like conveys what Jessie is or who she is.
We found that we like certain features of 3 different jackets, and actually these are the 3. So these were all part of like outfits that we were trying on Courtney. So with this one, we like the color and the simplicity and the sleeve, like because Jessie rolls sleeves up, like with all her costumes. She wants her arms to be visible for functional reasons. So we went for those details with this one. So, and with this, we thought that we want a clear color contrast. So red hair, blue jacket, black pants. And with this one, we like the metal details. After that, I had to wear it out a little because she hasn't bought it straight from the market. She has been wearing it for like 5 or 10 years. So we wanted it to look a little bit like used. So I was like scratching it a little with, how do you call it, sandpaper to make it a bit like worn out. And then we 3D scanned it in the end.
Once we started to create this new IP, like who is a suitable person to be the director in this world, who has that charisma and a kind of tone and style that would be kind of applicable for that kind of role. So Courtney was a great choice for that.
Really happy that she is on board and kind of once again making our hero come to reality.
It's been cool. Like I really have fallen in love with Jessie a lot. I liked her from the beginning when I first heard who she was, but I feel like I'm falling in love with her more and more every single day.
We have other reveals that we have not told you yet, and we have this role in the game a key role, the head of research in the Bureau. The Bureau deals with these dangerous, unexplainable forces, and there is a scientist who is in charge of all of this research at the Bureau, and that's Dr. Casper Darling. And we have a wonderful actor playing Dr. Darling, and that's Matthew Poreda, whom you know as the voice of Alan Wake.